What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Roto this week. Oh, yeah. Man, we got some football, some NFL football on Thursday and Friday. I threw out a ton of bets, and I am jacked up and ready to bring the pain once again. Ooh, yeah. Make sure you stay tuned. At the end of the episode, I will give out my Macho pick of the week like I did all last year. And then I will follow this show up with my ultra contrarian show, because that show will have the lineups that you need to get you a little bit of cash. Yeah. All right, let's get right to it. Man, Thursday, Chiefs over the Ravens. I I picked the Chiefs to win, but I did have one little crazy bet in my write up for the Ravens winning kind of big on the Chiefs. That didn't happen. Chiefs just dominated them practically. They held Derrick Henry in, and then they had to get in Hill. Now, Justice Hill was very intriguing, but a lot of us already knew going in that Justice Hill was going to be in the game a lot more than Henry, especially if the Ravens are behind or in a shootout. It's sometimes game strip is going to take Henry out of these games. So, as fantasy owners, both DFS and seasonal, you'll have to remember that. But that just makes Justin Hill more valuable. You know, that's your handcuff. If you already handcuffed Derrick Henry with him, then you're fine. Now, Lamar did his things. Of course, he did miss a guy in the back of the end zone, Flowers, I think it was. But and then of course, then we had the likely touchdown and reversed, and it was so close, but that didn't work out for them. And then overall, so what I took from this was Travis Kelce's going to do Travis Kelce things, right? Pacheco in the Chiefs defense, as of last year, the same concept. At the end of the season, going through the playoffs, this is the same formula for the Chiefs. Outside of adding Xavier Worthy. Now, you knew giving a toy like Xavier Worthy to Andy Reid that Andy Reid was going to find and design plays to do it, and they did it. Here's the thing. People forget about how fast a motion man can be when somebody like Worthy is running and you give him a semi sprint like that to get across and get. It's going to be hard for anybody to trail and go through the linebackers. They're going to have to switch. That's going to lead to matchup problems, as we saw again on the receiving touchdown. He literally burned his guy. Now defenses are going to watch the tape and they're going to start watching him. That's just what a good defense does. However, the Ravens were a little blitzed by it. They didn't seem to adjust too well, and it ended up where they needed to be, and that is on the losing end of the stick. Yeah, I mean, you didn't make adjustments. You missed wide open guys in the end zone, and then you have a guy tiptoeing and doesn't go his way. You have to play better than that, and they will. The Ravens are a strong team and are likely to take that division in the AFC North. However, the Steelers are going to get they're going to still be Steelers doing their Steeler things, and that is the hard division, one of the hardest divisions every single year. Defenses are always hard, and they always slow the game down. All the teams in that division, the Browns, the Bengals, the Steelers, the Ravens, it's all smash mouth, slow football. That's the way they've always liked it. And we all know that. That's nothing new. Let's get over. Eagles beat Green Bay. I mean, we didn't see that coming a mile away, but yo, this news just came out that Jordan Loves is practically an MCL and that it's only a 3 to 6 week injury. That's good. He's not a running back. He doesn't have to run. At the same time, that's not good in a division like that, because now you got Detroit, you got Green Bay's got the injury, you got Minnesota's got the injury now, and then you have the Bears, that is this young and up and coming team that practically is the best defense in the league. And the thing that's going to end up working it is, again, it's like it's wide open for the Lions to take this division. Honestly, it's wide open, and the Bears will fight in there, but they'll get their things. But I don't see them winning the division. I don't think Williams can make that many strides in 1 year to actually get the Bears to that next level. I think he needs time. I mean, that Andy Brody does. This is the NFL, but he's surrounded with talent, and that is very intriguing. Now, Jacobs looked great, and I'll save the best for last. Jacobs looked great. he started off kind of slow, but then he started getting some big runs, and that's the Jacobs we know. And he caught a couple balls out of the backfield. There was a few things that just didn't go their way. Where if they would have been able to have Jacobs in at those moments, they would have been able. Like Jacobs, practically, man, he was so close to that touchdown. I was like, come on, man. But hey, things happen, and that's it. But somebody who wasn't close to touchdown and actually scored three of them was Penn State. We are Penn State alum. Saquon Barkley, 3 touchdowns. Man, he looked great as an Eagles. The Eagles at one point were losing this game. The Packers definitely were jumping up on them, and the Eagles settled down and then took it over. Right now, here's the thing. That's what great teams do. The Eagles are going to be a great team this year, and Green Bay will have to come back from this. But the one thing the Eagles did do and what they did show is that they are definitely going to keep Hurts in there a little more unless needed, but run the ball with Barkley. And when you use your superstar, great things happen. A.J. Brown came through. Smith came through. Heck, Goddard came through. They all came through. Gainwell came through in his small amount of time too. So that together right there with that team and the defense held together, got that betting, got the IEP bet in the subs only Discord. It hit both. I literally got out of karate, came home after fighting all night long, and threw that bet in. And then like 10 minutes later, I throw in a live bet in again. So that's just the things I do. That's because a lot of, like, especially Fanduel, they don't put a lot of defensive IDP, defensive props up until the game begins. So that's not really fun. But hey, that just means you got to be in the subs only Discord because it's live. Well, you know what time it is now. It's time for the
Macho pick of the week, huh? Oh, yeah, I'm back. The Macho Man. Last year I was outstanding. Yeah.
I admit it, Macho, you were outstanding. And every one of those picks was great. And just like last year, you will get a bet with this pick. And it could be a little crazy bet because I like to tend to believe in my Macho picks of the week. So who's the Macho pick of the week? I just can't even stop it, man. It's Kenneth Walker. Last year, Kenneth Walker was that Mr. 80, 90 yards a game guy. He always gets that touchdown rate. I mean, I'm just not trusting anything going on, but one thing I do trust is Seattle. That I do not. I'm not saying I don't trust Seattle. I trust Denver. Denver sucks. But, however, Seattle is going to run through them. And once they're done running through them, this prop bet will hit. So we're going to go with the alt 80 plus rushing yards gives us a plus 148. Now, I was going to do the 70 and the 60 because I think it was like a 118, 110 for the 70. And I think the 60 was like a negative 168, 210, somewhere around that line. But I do know that the last I checked that 80 yards plus was 148. Now, Seattle's going to get up. Charbonnet might get some work in this game as well, too. But Kenneth Walker looked great at the beginning of last year, and he was a solid running back that a lot of people either like or don't like. And if you have him, you know that at least you can count on his points. He's consistent. And that's why he's part of my Macho pick of the week this week. Ooh, yeah. I'll weigh back in on that bet and everything hitting on it. But what's up? Get over to Dr. Roto. Read all of the articles. Doc's Visionaries come out. This has come out. Everybody has put betting article after betting article in. It's not just me. It's everybody. It's an onslaught of bets every single day. I don't know what you want. I mean, if you want money, that's the place to go. Have a great day, everybody. And always remember to bring the pain. May the points be with you. Yeah.